Hi everybody, welcome back to Cody's Tractor Ranch. Well, as you can see, it's a beautiful afternoon. A little nippy, but well, anyway, I'm gonna hop in the 9620XR and oops, sorry about that. I had to sneeze. So anyway, we're going to drive this over. Just here recently, we had a huge auction come up. A buddy of mine told me about it, and he told me there was an auction coming up. He called me up, and I'm like, yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll look it up, and so I looked it up. Whoop. And turned out it was in a property not far from my farm, actually, just down the road a little bit. So anyway, I mean, this was a huge auction, really. I mean, there was a lot of equipment, a lot of different attachments and everything for sale. And I mean, this was huge. I think it was about the biggest I've seen in the county so far. But yeah. Oop, there you go on my side. Don't know if you noticed a little bit in the field, or in the pasture over here. But yeah, all the equipment was selling, and then a buddy of mine, he goes, you know, there's something I realized you don't have on your farm that you could use. And I'm like, okay, and what's that? He's like, well, come out here and I'll show you. So, as you can see, there's some equipment left over, but this is from the auction. But yeah, we'll go over and take a look at this though. Turn the engine off for a bit. Save a little diesel. But yeah, but he was like, come over here and have a look at this. What do you think of this old excavator? I'm like, well, for one, paint's worn on the tracks real good and along the sides, and he goes, besides the paint, he goes, what do you hop in and move it a little, hop in it and see what you think. So I got in it and it's like, not bad. He goes, well, I told him, yeah, I like it. So after a while, auction got done and I went and bought some stuff myself, and seen that spreader, and then I saw this spreader right here. This John Deere one, and I was like, this would be nice. I need to lime the fields anyway, so this will work. So yeah, went and got this and bought it at the auction, and I saw that trailer over there, and I'm like, I could use a different trailer. But I don't mind the trailer I have. It's just like a wagon style, and it's kind of hard to back up occasionally. So I got thinking it'd be nice if I could just hook directly to my fifth wheel. And I was like, I saw this planter and seen that. Sorry, nose trying to run on me. Seen the seed carrier, and I'm like, yeah, I think I'll get this, because I did have a bigger field to plant anyway. So this will make things go a little faster. That's why we brought the 9RX with us. And so, but after the auction, my buddy walks up to me, he goes, you remember that excavator? I go, yeah. He goes, open your hand. I'm like, okay. Plops the key right in my hand. He goes, it's all yours. I'm like, wait a minute, what? He's like, yeah, I knew you were missing one, so I went and bought it for you. And then he's like, come back with me. So I walked back with him. I'm like, okay, what else did you do? He's like, oh, you'll see. He's like, you see those back here? I'm like, yeah. So he's like, yeah, I kind of got a good deal on them, so I just bought them along with the excavator. I'm like, really? It's like, yeah, I know you can use them. I'm like, well, the scoop I can definitely use, and the shovel. But I go, what's with the extension here? He goes, exactly what it looks like, an extension for you. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, actually, that'd be good for cleaning out ditches, really. He's like, I know, right? I know you got some ditches that can be cleaned out that it might be a little further than the tractor can get. I'm like, yeah, it's true. So, yeah. Surprisingly, my buddy bought me the excavator along with these 3 attachments for it, and I'm like, so now, I was like, okay, well, might as well make good on it, and, well, not make good on it, but I was like, well, I appreciate it, man. He goes, yeah, I've got a couple excavators of my own already, so, and I know you didn't have one, so I'm like, here, this one's yours. I'm like, well, dang. I mean, I started it up, and I mean, she runs good. Don't get me wrong. First start, she was a little rough, but after letting her run for a bit, she got worked out and was doing good. And after the auction, all the machinery was done, the auctioneer goes, yeah, there's one more thing in this that we're going to auction off. I'm like, oh, what you got to auction next? He goes, all this land. I'm like, really? He goes, yep. So I was like, okay. So I got in on the bid on it, and turned out there was some kind of manufacturer came out, or not a manufacturer, but a oh, I done brain farted. A developer, a land developer that wanted to turn this area into like some kind of apartment complexes, and boy, that really put a bee in every farmer's pants. It got them all riled up, and they all looked at me and said, we'll help you out, outbid that son of a gun. I'm like, okay, I didn't realize I was going to get into a bidding war, but they was like, you don't worry about money, we'll all pitch in. I'm like, alright. So the auctioneer started going, and that developer started bidding, and I started going at it, and by the time I realized I'd pretty well, with the other farmers' help from around the area, we ran him right out of the bid. So now I got all this pasture to cut for hay. As you saw, it goes pretty close up to my other place, up to my farm anyway, up the road. So yeah, I can see a ton of bales coming out of here, along with what's in the back, on the back side of my property. But anyway, we're gonna hop in this and get a few of these attachments hooked up. Oh yeah, she's starting up nice now. Was a little rough, like I said, when she first started, but other than that, she worked whatever it was out. Yeah, I had to thank my buddy for this. But actually, this was kind of something I was missing on the farm. I'm going to use that scoop there to clamshell, to help grab some other things. Use it to help with the cattle and stuff. And on top of that, I can use it for a few other things too, along with that bucket, and put that extension on and put the bucket on there, and boy, I'll have plenty of reach around the areas. But yeah. And tracks are still turning good, so no, she's kind of a little low on some oil, but nothing major. Nothing I can't top off back in the shop. But yeah, pretty well everything works on it good, so can't really beat that. Getting a decent excavator anyway to auction. Although when I found out, she was kind of pretty dirty, but they power washed it off good to make it presentable. So I was like, alright. And there ain't nothing a little paint can't fix either. A little fresh paint on it, and should be doing alright. Alrighty. Get out here, crow. Daggone, I swear, everywhere I look there's one. Yeah, I told the auctioneer, asked me if I wanted to go ahead and start pulling the stuff out of the lot and back to my farm. I'm like, no, it's fine. I can wait till everybody gets their stuff out of here, and that'll give me plenty of room. He's like, okay, it might take a while, but I'm like, not a problem. Of course, little I know, the farmers were eager to get the stuff. I mean, they had their trucks lined up down the road for a couple miles back and ready to roll. And I'm like, dang. I mean, I watched truck after truck pulling out in a hurry, and I'm like, wow. And they're like, well, we just want to get this cleared out for you. We know you're ready to be cutting hay for them. Whoop. Better slow her down a little, change gears. There we go. So I'm like, well, I appreciate you guys' help. And I'm like, how much do I owe y'all for the help with the bid? And they looked at me and said, don't have to worry about it. We just wanted to run that guy out of town. I'm like, they're like, that's good enough for them. I'm like, okay, I mean, if you want me to pay you later on, decide later on you want me to come up with the money, I'm like, okay, all you gotta do is just let me know and I'll help get what you paid in back. And they're like, no. So they were satisfied just watching that developer lower his head and walk away. So they don't have to see this site turn into apartments. We're going to switch the caution lights on. Wide turn. Yep, everything got out just fine. Now we'll head on back to the house. I'll grab my rig and bring it over to get that trailer. A buddy of mine was like, well, what you gonna do with that other trailer now that you got that one? I'm like, well, I was thinking of actually selling it. And he goes, I'll tell you what, I'll buy that from you. I'm like, just maybe give me a week though. I'm like, okay, you got a week then, I guess. You don't need a week, that's fine. He goes, yeah, just gotta smooth things over with the wife. I'm like, uh-oh. If you gotta smooth things over with the wife, what did you do now to get in the doghouse? He just laughed. He said, no, it's coming up on the anniversary and I kind of need a new trailer after my old one decided to, whoa, what did I hit? Oh, tree limb. Wow. Okay, come on. Okay, I know what to do. Hang on. Before I run into the pole. We'll just stop here, unhook this. I did not realize, I guess I need to cut those trees back a little more than what I thought. Okay. Oop, right. Gotta turn the other way. There we go. Oop. Ah, fudge. Fudge. I haven't had anything to drink and I'm running into things. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to trim that tree up. Kind of a shame. It was providing some nice shade for a while. There we go, scoot right on by. If I can stop dancing for a minute. There we go. Oh boy. Yep. I'll take her through here and around the back. For now, and park her out in the back area. Backside and see if I can squeeze her right through here. Yeah, this thing will make or break the farm a little. Yeah, I didn't swing wide enough. Yeah, actually I could probably turn those off now. Yeah, hopefully this will put me out with some more better yields and help things plant a little faster in these fields. Now the next thing I gotta do is just get me a lime station, or basically get a bunch of that, or get a bunch of rock and take it up to a rock crusher and make some lime out of that. Alright, I gotta run my butt off. I just realized it's already noon and I forgot to eat lunch. So by the time I get all this done, I'm going to be really hungry. Okay. Alright. And here we go. Unhook there, unhook there. Breaker, breaker. Truck's rolling out, people. That's a heck of a horn. Everybody knows when they hear that, it's me coming through. I think I'm about the only one in the area with a truck that sounds like that. I don't know. Although the farmers joke and say I'm a train coming through. I'm like, why do you say that? He goes, listen to a train horn. So I did. I'm like, oh. Sounds like a train coming through, they said. Downshift a little. I'll just come back and get that spreader later after a bit. And during the auction it was kind of wet out here, but not too bad now. Yeah, the reason why I bought this trailer is because of this feature. When I heard it could accommodate excavator, when I heard it could accommodate wider vehicles, I should say, wider equipment, I'm like, yeah, that's actually what I could use, really. Sometimes when you get duals on there, it just can't quite cover it. Oh yeah, did I bring the straps for that top one? Better double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Ah, there we are. Okay, yep. I got my straps. I'm good. I almost forgot. I'd throw those in the truck before I got out of the farm. Started to spin there a little. There we go. We're on. Oop. I'm about to turn my head up a little to see what I'm doing. Take the cab around and go backwards. Gotta love it when you can do that. Huh? Oops. I've done something I didn't expect. There we go. I always gotta remember which way it is when I'm going backwards. I always forget. Now throw that strap back over it. There we go. That'll hold it. Nice little speed tour for traveling. Get all the attachments back home. Boy, I wasn't kidding. This thing gets some, with that on, I got more reach, alright. That's gonna be some good reach. Oh yeah, that ought to get the ditches just fine. Those ditches will get cleared out in no time. Open up the door for a little air. And... get this back to the house and I'll grab something to eat real quick and then get the other. Yeah, that'll at least get her through the area anyway. Yeah, that was I was expecting the scrap to go that way. Okay. That should hold her. Now let's pick up the ramps and go. Oh yeah, that went right through the middle, just perfect. Oh, looks like I even got an extra hitch for pulling another trailer or something. Nice. But let's get back home. I'm gonna grab a sandwich because I'm getting hungry. I didn't even, oh wow. Yeah, I haven't already been at it for a few hours. Try to avoid some of these trees. Okay, I don't have to worry about the power lines. Sound of the jake brake. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna stop here, guys. If you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and as always, may God bless you all and have a good day.